You can improve your brain's ability to focus. Yes, even if you have ADHD. Hey there, I'm Mr. Rappaport, a brain engineer for entrepreneurs, and I'm excited for you to start a new chapter of your life of where you can focus. Now, most of what you learn about and hear about when it comes to focusing is different hacks or tips to help you be able to focus right now, whether it's medication, exercise, meditation, or anything else that people are sharing. Usually it is something that helps you like do this thing and then you'll be able to focus right now. So do some exercise and for the next half hour, you'll be able to focus. But as soon as the day comes that you don't exercise before you do your task, then you struggle with focusing. Or you don't have meds or you forgot to take them, then you struggle with focusing. And whether that is for right now, or sometimes even the effects of it wear off, right? So like you exercise in the morning, by the time it comes to later afternoon, you can't focus anymore, or your meds are wearing off and it's just not working anymore. So is there a way to actually train your brain on a neural level that focusing happens easily and naturally? And I'm here to share with you today the good news that it is. Here's why. There's a part of your brain called the parietal lobe. The parietal lobe is in charge of choosing to focus. So whenever there's a task that you need to sit down to focus on, the parietal lobe is in charge of making sure you do that. Now, this parietal lobe, part of your brain, is also in charge of the sense of touch. But here's the thing. We don't really use the sense of touch because most of the time we are touching things that we have felt before. This water, for example, before my hand even gets to it, my brain knows what it feels like because I've drank hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of water bottles throughout my life, and this brand specifically, tons of them, and my brain knows what it feels like. So as soon as my brain sees it, before my hand actually gets to it, it already sends messages to my brain about what it feels like. So the only time you're actually using your sense of touch is either if it's something new and like you've never felt it before, like you're in the store and you're like feeling the material and like, what does this feel like? Or if it's a surprise, like let's say for some reason it was wet on the outside and I was like, oh, I thought it was dry. And like, then it's a surprise. Then my brain for that second was using my sense of touch. So this parietal lobe, this part of the brain, is not very well developed because you've been struggling with focusing and it hasn't been doing a lot of that. And sense of touch hasn't been really used. So as soon as you develop your sense of touch, you automatically improve your ability to focus because it's the same part of the brain and the same neural connections are being made there. It's like all together. Improve your sense of touch, your focusing goes up. Improve your sense of touch some more, your focusing goes up some more. So how do we improve our sense of touch? Well, if the reason why we're not really touching is because we are essentially feeling with our eyes, we want to take away our eyesight. And by doing things blindfolded, then we are forcing ourselves to use our sense of touch. So one of my favorite ways is to do things like literally just do things blindfolded. So obviously you don't want to do anything that is dangerous, but if you do things like folding laundry or things like making your bed, where hopefully you don't have any sharp things there, right? And you have to like feel like, is this the edge of the bed or here's the sleeve and how am I folding it in? Either blindfolded or completely close your eyes, but it's easier if you're blindfolded because then you don't like sneak for a second. Then you are developing your sense of touch. Another way you could do this is by taking like toys or stuff, right? So let's say you look at a model from a Lego and then like you blindfold yourself and you have to feel the pieces to make sure that it's the same. So obviously you won't do something where it's the same in color because you can't see color when you're blindfolded, but you could feel the size and you can make sure that you are picking the same size. Or first make a model and then you have to feel that model. And while you're blindfolded, build another one, right? Now, I'm going to show you what I do with my clients. I have clients that come to me and we do 3-day intensives where we do activities blindfolded for 3 days. And by the end of it, they are like focusing incredibly. Like, it's crazy. Because like we said, the more you improve your sense of touch, the more your focusing goes up. So the type of things that we do is I have these special sheets. I don't know if you can see them, right? But these are like, they're bumpy. They're like Braille, okay? So clients get blindfolded and they have to feel them. They have to shear all the details, like literally, like how many lines of there you see got a little bit scratched from somebody's nail. I don't know if you can say it, but essentially they have to feel, and I don't tell them what it is, and they have to figure out what it is. When it's simple shapes like this, they afterwards, before they can even see it, they have to take off their blindfolds, and then they have to draw it as best as possible to the model. Now, here's the thing. You can do this at home by yourself. Take a cardstock, some puff paint or hot glue, and draw different pictures, but have someone draw some pictures for you and you draw some pictures for them so you don't know what's what, and then blindfold yourself and feel it. But you really, really, really want to go slow. The point is not just to say like, oh, this is a pomegranate, or oh, this is an apple. You actually want to feel like, hey, it's thicker on the top and it gets thinner at the bottom. Like, go through all the details of what it is. Now, when I work with clients, we do some, like, that's just the basic. We do some like a lot more complex things. Like, for example, in here, there's like this picture and there's a whole bunch of shapes. And while they are blindfolded, they have to find these shapes within these pictures. Guess what? You could make such a thing at home by yourself. Or here's like another example of what we do. There's like a model over here. And then in every row, they have to see which one of the three makes up exactly this model. So you have to feel how many squares there are, how many rectangles they are, and then feel it while you're blindfolded. When you could see, it's super easy to just like figure out like, oh, it's this one. Whoops, this one. But when you're blindfolded, you literally need to feel each one of them and like see like, hey, what is what? So same type of thing. You can make these type of fun sheets for yourself, do it together with a partner. So you do some for them and they do some for you, and really, really feel all those details. And this is what is going to help you develop your focus. If you are doing it right and you are focusing on your sense of touch, you will see that after some time of doing it, automatically focusing happens naturally, because like we said, this is not some sort of hack. This is something that actually develops that part of the brain. If this is something you're interested in and you would like to improve your ability to focus, right below is a link for you to set up a time to talk to me, and we can figure out if it would be a good idea for you to come down and we can do a 3-day focusing intensive together, so that way focusing can be easier for you. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.